If you're tired of spending hundreds of dollars on NBA jerseys, then you're going to want to check out jerseygods.com. Jerseygods.com offers those same high-quality replica NBA jerseys, but for a fraction of the price. I actually ordered a LeBron James jersey from there, and it was the same quality as the one I spent over $100 on at the NBA store. So click the link in the description, use discount code Joe, and go get your NBA jerseys today. So about 2 weeks ago, I posted a 99 overall Kawhi Leonard video, and that video got over 7,000 likes, almost 300,000 views, and one of the most requested things was how to make the actual build. So here it is. If you guys could get this video over 7,000 likes just like the last one, that would be great, and let's get right into the build. So the reigning finals MVP, one of the best players in the game today, Kawhi Leonard. How do we go about creating him? We need a player that's about 6'7", max wingspan, needs to be able to shoot and defend really well, finish at the basket, and play make. He's got to be able to handle the ball a decent amount to be able to create his shot. So overall, very well balanced build. Sounds impossible, but it's not. Now, Kawhi is a small forward, obviously. We know he's listed as a small forward. But as I talked about in one of my last videos, 99% of 2K players make this mistake. One of the mistakes people make is not realizing different positions will give you more badges. And for this build, by going shooting guard, you're going to get an extra shooting badge and an extra defense badge. And you could still be 6'7". So for our Kawhi Leonard build, we are going shooting guard. Overall, it's going to give you a better my player, just a different position. Okay, now for the pie chart, obviously Kawhi is really elite defensively, but now he's well-rounded and he can score the ball with the best of them. So we're going shooting and defending pie chart. I think anyone that makes a Kawhi Leonard build would probably choose this pie chart over any of the others. Physical pie chart, Kawhi is quick, relatively fast, and he's strong. So we got to go with the balanced one. It's the only one that really makes sense, honestly. If you go with any of the others, you're going to have a huge hole in his game. Onto the attributes. Now be careful. Make sure you follow this exactly because it's very important that you put these in the right spots. Otherwise, you're going to lose out on badges. Close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, max them all out. That's going to give you 4 finishing badges, which is enough for this build, as you're going to see in the gameplay, okay? Now onto the shooting. The shooting, you're going to max everything out. And it might not look like his shooting is that great, but combine this with the Hall of Fame shooting badges, and you're going to have absolutely no problem. I mean, look at this. Off the snatchback, from deep limitless, it's green, no problem at all. This build can really shoot, especially if you have the right badges on. So max it all out. That's going to give you 18 shooting badges. That's going to allow you to score and shoot with the best of them, okay? Now playmaking, max out the ball handling. Pass accuracy goes up to 65. That's going to give you 3 playmaking badges. You know, that's going to give you your quick first step on gold, which is a really important badge. You could throw it on, you know, Lob City Passer if you want to grind rep or whatever. But most of the time, you're going to have that on quick first step, which is going to allow you to actually create space for your shot on this build. Also get past people to get to the basket. Now, defensively, you want to get as many badges as possible, but it's also important you put them in the right spots to have the right attributes, okay? So interior defense goes up to 60. Max out the perimeter, lateral quickness, and steal. Block also goes up to a 60, and do not ignore the rebounding, okay? Kawhi is a pretty good rebounder. Combine that with his height and his wingspan, it's really going to help you snag and play really good if you have to switch on to the center. Like in this clip, I get screened, I have to pick up on the center, but look at how easily I'm able to get the box out. Ball comes off the rim, I get the rebound with absolutely no problem at all, okay? So both the offensive and defensive rebounding go up to 70, and that is what you're looking at for finishing, 18 shooting, 3 playmaking, and 16 defending / rebounding, okay? Really well balanced build. You also look at the athleticism, the physicals, really well balanced, okay? Body shape, obviously it doesn't really affect the way he plays, but if you're trying to make Kawhi, I would go defined. I mean, he's not like built or burly. He's also not super skinny. I would go defined. He's just, you know, he's that in between, but still kind of shredded body type. All right, so defined, obviously, like we've talked about, 6'7". 6'7" is not only Kawhi's height, but it's also just a pretty good height for perimeter defending builds in this game, okay? So 6'7" is the height that obviously we're going with for our Kawhi Leonard build. Next up is weight. The weight, we're going to go 220. You're going to see this is going to bump your strength up a little bit, obviously putting the weight up, but your speed, excel, and everything is still really good. That's also going to increase your interior defense up to a 65. So overall, the build is just really well-rounded at this point, okay? Next up, we have wingspan. It's Kawhi Leonard. Listen, one of the things that really makes him who he is the fact that his arms, his hands are very big. He covers a lot of ground, gets a lot of tips, gets a lot of steals. You have to max out the wingspan. Now, the thing about this is it lowers your ball handling to 65, which is perfect because when you hit 99.9, you get +5 all attributes. You're going to have 70 ball handling, which is going to allow you to unlock pro dribble moves. And anyone that knows anything about 2K knows animations are everything, especially when it comes to dribbling. Getting pro dribble moves on Kawhi Leonard build is going to allow you to create more space, have the better behind the back, the better crossover, all that stuff. It's going to allow him to be a much more versatile scorer and a much better overall build. Okay, you get 4 takeover choices on this build. Okay, lock, sharp, slasher, and shot creator. If for me, I would have to go locked. Obviously, choose what you want. It's Kawhi. I'm going lockdown. I mean, you could say shot creator as well because his mid-range game is lethal now. He has worked on it to the point it is lethal. You know, the fades, the dribble pull-ups, off dribbles, all that stuff. But for me, I'm going lockdown takeover for Kawhi Leonard. So for those of you that just came for the build, I appreciate it. Please just drop a like before you guys head out. For those of you guys sticking around, I have about a 3-minute gameplay on the 2s for you guys at the end of this. I just wanted to show you the badges that I have on in the video. Obviously, when you make the build, if you make the build, you put on whatever you want. But these are the badges I was using to, one, be really effective on the game, but also to somewhat represent Kawhi. I mean, I don't know if Kawhi has, you know, Hall of Fame range extender, but it's 2K. You got to put the badges on that you need to try to win games. So this is what I was using in the gameplay that you're about to see. Overall, in my opinion, it's a really good build for somebody that likes to play off the ball. If you're going to be running the point, like in a 5-on-5 or a 3v3 game, this is not the build. If you're playing on the 2s and you want to be the main scorer, you could use this build, but you're gonna need screens most of the time unless you're like really good and able to create shots. I ISO a little bit in this gameplay, but for the most part, this build is just really well rounded. There's no like big weakness to it. It can dunk, it can lay up. You can even post up a little bit. I know we didn't upgrade the post moves, but your post fade is so high. And if you know how to play this game, you can kind of cheese your way through the post a little bit, as you're going to see in the beginning of this game. I think I do like one of those post spin speed boosts, and it's really cheesy no matter what the build you're on. And then obviously the shooting is really good. You can shoot fades, you can shoot threes, you can shoot mid ranges. For those of you that play Pro-Am, the free throw is really good. You combine all that with the fact that, like we said, once you get, you know, 99.9 overall, you'll unlock the pro dribble moves. I mean, he has everything you could want. Like, there's no big glaring weakness offensively. He can do it all, which is very similar to Kawhi. And then defensively, listen, if you chose the lock takeover, when you get takeover, it's a wrap. But, I mean, his defensive stats are so well-rounded. You could switch onto the big if you have to sometimes. Your rebounding is good. Your perimeter defense is really good. With the wingspan, you know, playing passing lanes and stuff like that. Like, it's just a really well-rounded build. They call it a 3-level scorer. And I think that's a fair name. Like, he can score in every aspect of the game. Maybe like a two-way 3-level scorer would make more sense because obviously, like, you're a primary defender. But this is what I was talking about here in the post. Look at with the post spin, like, it's a little bit of a it's not even a really cheesy move right there. It's just a regular post spin. But you can still post up here or there. I mean, Kawhi doesn't post up a ton, but he can score in the post. And like I said, the post fade is really good that you can always go to that. But listen, I appreciate everyone who asked for this build because I didn't even plan on posting a build video on this until I saw how many people were commenting, can you post a full build? Can you post a full build? I can't figure out how to create this build because honestly, the way Cloudy did this, Cloudy's the one that I borrowed the account in this gameplay for. He really did it perfectly to max out how many badges he got. Going from, you know, instead of picking small forward, he picked shooting guard, putting on the perfect amount of playmaking upgrades to get 3 playmaking badges. Like, he really did it really well, and I guess people were struggling to figure it out. So I appreciate everyone that commented. I try to make my videos cater towards what you guys want to see. So if you want to see a certain NBA player, make sure every video you just comment that down in the comments, and I'm gonna go read it. And eventually, you know, if there's enough people that want to see that, of course, I'm more than willing to try my best to post these builds and these gameplays for you guys. I enjoy it, actually. So shout out to everybody for all the support. But as this gameplay comes to a close, I'm going to just give you my final thoughts on the build. I mean, listen, if you're looking for a lockdown build that you're not just stuck sitting in the corner all day, I know like a lot of people make their lock and they're like, okay, all I need is to be able to play defense, rebound, and be able to shoot when I'm open. Well, this build can do a lot more than that. So in my opinion, it's a lot more fun and versatile to play on. I mean, when you do give the ball up, you get the ball right back like that. Like, I probably didn't even deserve a contest there. I mean, I guess maybe it only gave me like a 5%er, but you'll get the ball back no problem, whether it's with a steal, a shot contest, a rebound, whatever the case may be. And then as you can see here, offensively, you know, with gold quick first step and the pro dribble moves, like you can actually like run the offense a little bit. Look at little snatchback, pull up, it's green. They got to guard you all over the court with the shooting with the amount of shooting badges you get. If they don't guard you, you're going to have a field day. I mean, and then if they play up tight on you, that gold quick first step, you can get to the basket just like I've already done in this gameplay multiple times. You just blow right past them, get a dunk or a lay-in, and it's no problem at all, man. But listen, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Kawhi Leonard build. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments. Of course, my Twitter, my Instagram is always in the description. Make sure you guys go drop me a follow if you haven't already. We always talk basketball over there all NBA season. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a good night. I'm out. Peace.